Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24, create a team career here on the BC with Cadillac. Tonight it's the halfway point of Season 3, Round 10, and we are heading to Austria. And let's hope tonight goes a little bit better than it did at Monaco, where overtaking was pretty much impossible. And oh boy, did I get frustrated. Yeah, very, very frustrated by the end of it. A golden opportunity for some points just taken away from us because we just could not get past anybody. So yeah, disappointing. And we failed to get Isaac into the top 18 for the second race in a row as well. This a much more open circuit, overtaking much easier around here, so don't foresee that being the problem tonight. I think we've got enough pace, especially with the brand new parts now on both cars. That should give us that little bit of extra impetus to maybe get some points, I don't know, but certainly get Isaac in the top 18. So we'll keep our fingers crossed on that. How you doing, Wayne? How you doing, Dino? How you doing, Victor? Good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who is lurking in the chat as well. Let's get ourselves underway, shall we? We have nothing to do down here. We have no real cash at the moment. So let's go ahead and set our targets. As always, we are going to go 18th or higher for both. And fingers crossed we can actually achieve something tonight.
Welcome along to the spectacular setting of Austria. Set in the Austrian mountains, the RedBull Ring offers fantastic views and thrilling racing. Originally built in 1970, the circuit has been part of the F1 season in its current format since 2014. Last round was a dream weekend for race winner Oscar Piastri, the Australian showing his mettle against the best of the best. Let's see what the weekend has in store.
Evening, Farah. Missed you the last couple of nights. Welcome to see you. Right, let's get our cars prepped, shall we? It's another normal Grand Prix weekend. But after after Jack Crawford's disastrous run out, I'm kind of hesitant to put him back in the car. I suppose we should really, shouldn't we? We'll put Doohan into Hamilton's car. Let's give Jack another run. Give him a chance to redeem himself. Let's go with soft tyres for the rookies. There we go. Let's see. It's normally 23 laps if you want to do 2 separate runs in this session. So we are going to go with 25 laps. I don't think we're going to need that much just to get the feedback. And again, we're going to call them in as soon as we do get feedback from them. There we go. We've already changed out the engine parts. We did that before we came here. Getting into that habit now. So let's go ahead and put setups on. Setup window is quite narrow around this circuit. It's, or say narrow, quite consistent. So we're looking at either a sort of a 4 to a 5-ish, maybe a 5.5 on the front wing. And then we're looking at a 13 or a 13.5 on the rear wing. Roll bar is pretty much going to be a 1.9. May go to a 2.8, but it's almost always a 1.9 around here. And then we're usually looking sort of low to mid-range on the camber. And the only thing that can fluctuate a little bit really is the toe. That can go kind of either way, but we'll see how we go. We're going to start with a 13.5. We'll start with a 5 on the front, and then we'll go with a 3.25, and we'll throw that up to the top on this car. And And then we'll go slightly different on the other car, but nothing majorly different. So we'll go with a 13 on the rear on this one, I think. We'll leave that at 5. Again, we'll go with a 1.9. We'll go to there, I think, on this one. And this time we'll go up to there. Bring it in just a tiny little bit. And let's see how we get on with those.
Green light.
So somebody's beaten us out the pits already, but it doesn't really matter. It's Alex Albon. Looks like Stroll is carrying some damage on his engine through into this Grand Prix.
And radio check.
Copy, radio check.
Usual heads up applies that if that goes orange before we get to qualifying, the team will change it out for free. If it goes orange during qualifying, then that could well facilitate a pit lane start for braking park Femi.
Get everything as you want it to be for the start of the lap.
Copy.
Cool the car.
Copy.
All right, let's speed time up. Make our way through practice. And Jack's already done a lot more distance than he did in Monaco, so that's encouraging. Where he crashed at Mirabeau on his outlap.
We need to work on the tires.
Made it through one sector and then wrecked the car. Luckily, being Monaco, it wasn't a particularly high-speed crash, so minimal damage to the engine was done, but it was enough to retire the car. We have got some other rookies running today. Kasper Stucker goes top. James Wharton is running. Who else? Sanhueza is at Ferrari. And that is everybody, actually. Have got Norris's helmet fixed now, so we can actually show that because Norris is running. So there we go, Lando Norris running the new Mercedes CrowdStrike variant of his helmet. If we can get a nice good close-up of the front, you'll be able to see the Mercedes badge on the front of it as well. Nope, not from that angle. I don't think we'll actually be able to get a close-up enough shot on this circuit. Not quite. But we do have the proper helmet in on the proper driver this time. So, yeah, we tried to get that done during the stream last night. Didn't work. Figured out what was wrong and got it sorted. Getting close to feedback from Mr. Doohan. 82%. It's not bad for a first run.
Understood.
Let's call him in.
And box, this like box, speed confirmed.
Taking his sweet ass time.
Yep, copy.
he's hit 4 out of 5 now, so we'll find out in another few
And
laps.
we need speed limiter on. Speed limiter on.
Stop in front of the garage.
As Antonelli exits the pits behind us. Right, let's have a look. What do we need to change? Okay, so toe is very much off. We're at 82%, so some significant changes need to be made, not just on the stability. I think maybe we're looking at a 2.8. And then we're going to need to bring this back a bit to compensate for that. Maybe push the front wing up a touch more as well. No, that's not going to do it. This is going to have to come down. Let's try going to a 4.5. Let's push that back up a touch. Take that down to there. And let's have a go with that. Let's see how that works. A little wobble
Now we can see
for
what happened.
our
Right,
usual
so this
suspect
was the
there, Lance
fourth
Stroll.
corner. And nearly, just running wide. And they might want to take a look at the floor of the car there, because that won't do it any good.
Nearly collected Gasly on his way back on the track because Lance Stroll has no situational awareness. And
does the
there we
car
go.
feel?
We have our feedback.
Copy that.
See what it is. 82%, so room to be improved there as
Confirming
well.
you're boxing this lap.
Send Jack back out now that his car is reconfigured.
So limiter should be on now. Stop on the marks.
Okay, so we do need a little bit more rear wing. Let's up that. That's close. That and that, combined with little changes there, that might be enough. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that one.
And try to work on your front tires.
And that is Stroll getting a new part. His battery has just gone orange, so that'll get swapped out and he'll get a new battery for the rest of this weekend without any penalties for breaking park fairly. Just a couple of months away from the start of the new season as well. God, time is flying, isn't it? We've already heard from two teams as to when they're going to be releasing images of the car, Mercedes and
And
Williams.
try to keep the temperature on the tires.
I am very curious as to if we're going to see any radically different designs, or if they're just going to be evolutions of existing liveries.
Copy that.
All right, 94% for Jack. Not too bad. I was hoping we could maybe get a little closer than that. We should be done with our development runs. Yes, there we are, 100%.
Then stop in front of the
So we
garage.
won't be sending them back out again. Of course, we've got new regulations on liveries coming into the new 2026 era, where teams cannot run as much carbon fibre, exposed carbon fibre on the car as they have been in the past. A higher percentage of the car must now have paint on it, so that does open up the possibility for something a little bit different. You're hoping DJs are still on the books when new cars are presented. That was a one-off, so we're not going to see anything like that again, unfortunately. It was an absolute car crash. It was glorious to watch just how bad it was, especially when it cut to Flavio Briatore, who was sitting there going, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah, the big mass public reveal where they did all the cars at once last season was a one-off for the 75th anniversary of Formula One. It's not going to do. They're not going to do that again. Not until we maybe hit 100.
What about tyres?
All right, come on, Mr. Crawford, give me some feedback before the tyres explode.
Confirming you are boxing this lap.
No, you're not. Well, you shouldn't be. Yeah. Confirming you are not boxing this lap. There we go. Now you can box this lap. Oh god, 83%. He's barely made a dent.
Yep, understood.
In fact, I think we might. Did we make any gains at all? Maybe 1% there.
And limiter on, please. Stopping on the marks, going to P1, please.
So, track temperature at the moment is about 40 degrees. We have been told in the emails that it might be cold this weekend, so that means tyres could have some issues. Okay, so that is a 2.8. That is way off, which means we need to bring that back to there. I'm going to need to increase the front wing. Just a touch. And let's try that. in the next session, because we are done for FP1. So we do have a penalty to be applied in qualifying today. That is George for taking out both himself and Liam Lawson at Monaco yesterday. No other planned penalties at the moment, but that may change as practice continues. So regular drivers back in the car. We're going to go for a nice long run. We're going to go for 45 laps of fuel, because not only do we need to make up for lost time, our car part knowledge is at 71% because it's gone back down again because we've put the new side pods on for this Grand Prix to go along with the chassis and underfloor that we were running in the last race. And Isaac's got 3 new parts this time, as opposed to just the 1 for Hamilton, because he did not get to run them at Monaco, which is just as well, because Jack Crawford would have destroyed them as soon as he hit the track. So that kind of worked out. Alright, we are good to go. Let's hit the track again. Let's see if those setup changes that we've made actually work.
So now we have green light.
Once again, we are beaten out of the pit lane. This time by Liam Lawson. Williams very quick off the mark today.
We need a good warm-up on front brakes.
Understood. Understood.
Cool the car as much as you can.
Yeah.
So we're at 30% driver prep with 100% setup. That means we need to find about 20% from track knowledge and car part knowledge, which should be pretty easy to do. Alright, close to feedback from Lewis. 92, we've actually gone backwards slightly. That's a bit frustrating.
Copy that.
We'll leave them out. We don't need to get 100%. Although, the new 4.1 beta of Realistic Racing, which I am testing on a different save, does say in its description that setup actually does matter now in terms of not just in terms of prep, but in terms of performance as well. So that gives an extra encouragement to try and find 100%, and we're pretty much there, as you can see with Isaac. We just need to click the toe one point in either direction. I'm not sure which one yet. To get that car up to 100%. So, whereas before, if I get to a low percentage and just go, nah, what the hell, we'll make the changes later. Now, once we do apply 4.0 or 4.1 as it is at the moment, in terms of realistic racing, we might actually need to make sure that we try and get 100% if at all possible. You always felt it should. Yeah, I mean, it should have done. And in a way, it kind of does, but not really at the same time. I mean, if you're running the reduced mentality mod that I am, then it doesn't really make that much difference. But if you're just running the basic vanilla version of the game, or if you're on console, you know just how overpowered driver mentality can be, because you can get up to like +8 on your driver stats when you hit that full boost of full confidence.
Yep.
And the mentality can give you a big boost going in on top of that as well. So not really an issue for us, but Hamilton would be pretty much 100 across the board with those boosts turned on, and Hadjar would certainly be up in the 90s with some of his when he hit that top level. So making sure that this is as close to 100% as possible is certainly going to make that a little bit easier, I think. And conversely, if you're quite a way away, it could seriously impact just how quickly you could go. I'm not sure how strong that effect is in the realistic racing at the moment. Let me actually open up the mod on overtake. So we'll leave our drivers to it for now. And let's do this. So this is currently in beta, as you can see. Car setup impact on performance. Front and rear wing angle of attack affects top speed, braking, cornering, traction and DRS effectiveness. Anti-roll bar and tyre camber influence traction and cornering performance. Tyre toe affects cornering and top speed. AI setup logic has been improved, resulting in front and rear wing AOA values being set closer to the optimal range. So yeah, this could well change how cars are actually set up. You know, the kind of basic setup values that we've been using over the last however many seasons, because they haven't really changed that much from F1 Manager 22 to now, could change and also could have more of an impact on the car. The ERS is going to get a little bit of a rework. Slipstream, dirty air and DRS is getting a bit of a rework. Car development, AI will now use the focus sliders when they're designing and researching parts, and some priority will be given to the most impactful stats for research, based on what's going to be changed by next year's regs. Strategy modes will get a little bit of a rework as well. Car weight impact has been reduced with a total weight range of 20 kilos to 10 kilos. So that will also have a bit more of an impact. Cars are now slightly more fragile, with collisions more likely to cause damage. So yeah, it will be interesting to see what kind of big impact that's going to have. I'm running it on the 2013 mod at the moment. we are back. Power issues band-aided. Something tripped on the downstairs level. Don't know what. We checked all the sockets and still kept tripping out. So put a call through to the landlord, put a message through to the landlord. We're going to have to get an electrician out, I think, to sort out something. It might be a wire has gone, might be the fuse in the actual circuit breaker's gone. Don't know. Don't know where the fault is, but it's only affecting the downstairs level, which is where the Wi-Fi is. So we've got an extension lead running from the middle floor down to get the Wi-Fi up and running again, and everything else seems to be fine. But yeah, a little frustrating, a little weird, but we're back. So this should be practice 2, and we know that these setups aren't right. So we're going to go ahead and make some extra little tweaks. Try and sort those out. Let's have a go with that. And we were one click away with this one, weren't we? So, oh yeah, you can see there. So that's going to need to be there. And that should be a perfect setup. Right, let's give them some fuel. Probably going to need to make more changes to Hamilton actually before we send him out. Going to go the opposite way with the let's try taking this down this way, and let's try that. Okay, back into practice 2.
Green light.
Once again, Lawson beating us out. Put a message out to say that the stream's back up and running.
We need to work on the tires, keep the temperature on the tires.
There we go. Right. Avoid curbs. Avoid curbs. And speed up.
Understood.
So this time we should have 100 with Hadjar, and who knows with Hamilton.
Temps okay?
And try to keep the temperature on the tires.
There we go.
Anything we
Spot
can
on,
help you with?
100%. Now, this is the question. Can we nail this one?
Copy that.
No, but it's slightly better than it was last time. We were at, what, 92, I think. So
And copy, understood.
we found 3%. That's better than nothing.
My tyres.
And try to work on your front tires.
Right, what are we looking at? 28% track knowledge, car part knowledge up to 79 now. That's good. Making some progress on that. Managed to avoid breaking any of the new bits so far. How many laps have we got left? We're up to 37 laps. We've got 45 in the car, so not long now until they're in. And then we'll make a little adjustment to Hamilton.
Is that temperature okay?
And there we go. We're a second off the pace, and I'm assuming that's down to gearbox. Yeah, 17%. And 65%, yeah, so it is down to gearbox. They are both running the same specs, or at least they should be. Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 2, Mark 2. Let's go to the setup. So, we went too far with that. So, let's bring that back to a 5. Let's push that up to compensate for that. That gives us a little bit of movement there. That might be enough, but I'm going to push that back an extra little bit just to give me a little bit more safety on that, and hopefully those two combined will now get me where I need to be. You watch me now be 1 or 2% over. Change the run plan just so we can affect these changes. There we go. And that's it for practice 2. We're at 95% overall preparation, which is excellent stuff. Even in PR. You still with me, Clark? Could have done with you last night. Needed a safety car to help us out at Monaco. Didn't get one, unfortunately. Let's get some fuel in the car. The deluxe edition's on sale for $11. Oh yeah, that's a bargain. Which system? Oh, PS5, nice. Don't forget, I have a whole list of logo and sponsor tutorials for console players on the channel.
So now we have green light.
And we are first out the pits this time. Williams beat us out in the first 2 sessions. This time we are the first out. It doesn't make any difference, but just a little haha, got them. Neither of them have come out yet. Alright, so avoid curbs.
To be for the start of the lap.
That is that Max?
Understood.
Yeah, that's Max. Avoid curbs. And
Try
speed
to
up time.
reduce the hits on the curb.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Barrett. Alright, we're almost there with Hadjar. Just another couple of laps. There we go. Hadjar is done. How many laps have we done? 19. We may as well keep him out for the full run.
Update when you can.
Feedback from Hamilton.
Yes, confirm.
97, we're still not quite there. But we should be just about there in terms of driver prep. Again, we're going to keep him out till the end of the run. And we'll keep them both out just so we can increase this a little bit quicker. You have to get home though. Well, I mean, if you've got the PlayStation app, you can buy it through the app. And then if your console's in standby, you can set it to download so it's there and installed ready for you when you get home. Okay, so the front wing is going to have to be that. There we go. We're at 100% prep. Lovely stuff. And let's see what Hamilton is at now. Yeah, he was at 100% prep before we made that change, so we've either made it better or worse. I don't think we've made it worse. Yeah, those are definitely problems to have. But we are done with practice now. Time for the all-important qualifying. Just out of interest, just to let you know, I reran last night's race because we hit that save before the race started itself, so we could check to see whether Norris's helmet was working, which it wasn't. So I went back and reran that this afternoon from that point, from the start of the race through to the end, just to see what would happen if we changed to a one-stop strategy. Hadjar actually clipped a barrier and had to change his front wing, so I put him on a set of softs with about 20 laps to go, 25 laps to go, something like that. So that dropped him back down into like 17th, but he still finished in the top 18, and Hamilton finished in 9th. So yeah, we would have had points. And Max developed a problem, so Piastri, having won by 25-ish seconds last night, ended up winning tonight, or this afternoon, by almost a minute. It was one of the most dominant drives at Monaco I've seen in a very long time. Max had some serious gearbox issues, which is why it was so slow, and Norris could not find a way past him, so it wasn't just us. Norris was breathing down his neck for about 50 laps non-stop and couldn't get through. Evening, Marcus. But of course, we're not honouring that the result from this afternoon. We're sticking with what happened last night. So, practice is done. Just the one penalty, and that's George for his reckless heroics into Sandervot last night, where he took himself and Lawson out. Lawson finished 4th, by the way, as well in the rerun. So yeah, he wouldn't have got the podium, but he certainly would have got some strong points. Let's get ourselves prepped then for qualifying.
Our weekend continues with qualifying, as the drivers fight it out for a strong grid position.
Remember, we lose the slowest 5 drivers at the end of Q1, another 5 at the end of Q2, and Q3 will set the top 10 positions.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
We saw them set an impressive lap time in practice, so it's a great start as they move into qualifying. But as we all know, a good performance in practice doesn't guarantee success over the rest of the weekend.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
So first thing we need to do is put the better bits back in the car. Otherwise our pace is going to be non-existent, and it's bad enough as it is. There we go. Engine's almost done. We've got a couple more practices that we can use it for, but apart from that, we are at the halfway point of the season, so I'm going to put this one in now and just hope we don't have another shunt. And let's send them out.
Four seconds, 3, 2, 1, green light.
Might try. I was going to say, I might try slipstreaming on this one, and it's it's going to give us one right off the bat. A double slipstream behind Ocon and Sainz. I wonder if we can actually make use of this. Snowden coming out as well now. track as well. Just keeping an eye to see if anyone pops out in front of Isaac.
Tight tips are good.
Looks like he'll be
Yeah,
fine.
he's currently good.
Now is anyone going to pop out in front of us? 3.
Remember mode push.
Track is clear, track clear.
Ooh, might be tight with that McLaren of Russell.
Off for last corner.
I think we'll be okay. There he is. Yeah, we're going to beat him out. That's good. So 16.4 for Isaac in sector 1. 16.4 for Lewis. 16.1 for Sainz. I'm surprised Ocon wasn't quicker than Sainz in the first sector there. Where it might fall apart for us here. 28.8 in the middle sector for Isaac. Second split coming up. Turn 6. There we go. Matching Ocon in the middle sector. Sainz still pulling away. So it looks like dirty air not really
Loaded.
well, slipstream not very beneficial, at least not for us anyway, or Ocon for that matter. And Hamilton ends up being slightly slower, and I don't know if that's weird actually, because again it's rounding errors. So both the 16.4 is 28.8 and 28.7, and then an 18.2 and an 18.2. But based on how those are rounded up or down, it has actually given Hadjar the slightly quicker time, which if you just went by the sectors as gospel, you wouldn't have expected that. Good lap for Leclerc. He goes a second quicker than us. See what George can do.
So limiter should
It's
be
about
on
the same as us at the moment.
Some of the marks.
Well, he might be getting compromised here by Hamilton and Ocon, as we were nose to tail with him. 18.3 across the line. He is slightly slower than us. I don't know how much of that is down to losing time in the final sector, but I mean his first 2 sectors were pretty much identical to us, so who knows. So send Isaac back out again. Try and get a bit of clean air for Lewis this time. Norris making his way out.
Reminder for brake temperature.
Yeah.
16.4 for Max. So Ferrari looking on it at the moment. I don't think anyone else has come close in the first sector yet. Let's have a look. So 16.3, 16.1, 16.0, 16.3. Verstappen did a 16.4. I haven't seen anyone get really close to the Ferraris in the first sector yet. Max is slower than us by a couple of tenths. identical lap time to Stroll as well, look.
Good to go.
All right, Isaac's going to have a little bit of traffic, but should hopefully be in a good spot.
Wait for traffic. And charge button off. Charge button off for last corner.
There's a Nissan in front of us there. Not sure which one, because they're both on track. There's the other one. And that one's Schumacher. So the first one was Gasly. And then we've got a Williams in the way, and he peels out of the way for us. Very nice. A slight improvement there. Norris is a 16-1. There we go. Someone getting close to the Ferraris in the first sector. Hamilton's found a little bit of time in the first, but now he's about to hit some traffic. The Haas gets out of the way. This is where it's going to be a bit more complicated with traffic. No improvement for Hadjar in the middle sector, so he's not having a great lap. Hamilton slightly compromised on entry to turn 6. Oh, no, sorry, turn 7.
Currently P6.
But he is still up. Norris goes third, but not a great middle sector. No improvement in the final sector for Hamilton, so no improvement overall in the end. He stays behind Hadjar. Are these tyres done already? Albon with a 16-1, Schumacher with a 16-2. We're starting to see a bit more pace in that opening sector as the track rubbers in a bit. See the rubber level and the grip level slowly increasing. There's a whole flurry of 16-2s now, look. That one's slightly compromised through 7 there. On the back of on the back of Russell, I think. No, it was an Audi. That must be Stroll. Right, 16-1 purple for Piastri. He is looking very fast at the moment, this point in the season.
What's your speed?
A strong result today. Could see him right up there with Max. He's going purple. He's flying. Max is way off the pace at the moment.
And stop in front of the garage.
Terrible middle sector for Bortoletto. Piastri does not go top. Wow. So that shows just how quick Leclerc's lap was. And that's how slow Bortoletto's lap was. All right, let's do one more run on these tyres. And then we'll bolt on a set of brand new softs. Stroll crosses the line. He pops up into 6th place. Antonelli, the only one who's yet to set a time, well, yet to leave the pits. Perez also needs to set a time, but he's on his outlap now. Let's right on board with Checo. We've seen some good results from Checo, or some good racecraft from Checo, some good pace in recent Grand Prix. We know how good that car is, right up there at the top in the power rankings. Still no sign of Kimi Antonelli. We've only got 7.5 minutes to go. This is unusual, very unusual, and I'm wondering if maybe he's just not running at all. Is he going to sit out qualify? Oh, no, there he is. I was going to say, is he going to have a pit lane start, which is why he's not running? And as soon as I start to say that, he leaves the pits. He might actually get in the way of Isaac here. It will be tight.
charge button off for last corner.
I think Isaac will be okay. Yes, he will. Perez. Slightly compromised there, but not too bad. That was one of the Maseratis. I think Colapinto. Perez jumps up to 6th place. Right, Hamilton has some traffic ahead. It's Antonelli. He gets out of our way. With the marks, can I make a high-tech GP logo tutorial? Yeah, I saw a request for that. I haven't actually sat down and done anything on the console version for a while, so yeah, there's a couple of logos that I want to get done. I want to do Canon, the sponsor logo, and I'll have a look at high-tech as well.
So you have P8.
So Hamilton improves, he's up to P8. Hadjar did not improve. Let's see if new tyres will do the trick for him. Let's see what Antonelli can do on his flying lap. As Colapinto pops up into 7th place. 5.5 minutes to go. Bortoletto is on an out lap, as is Verstappen and Iwasa. Ollie Bearman as well. Max just about to start his lap now, as is Bortoletto. There they are at the end of the lap. That's Iwasa. It's looking okay for Antonelli. Nothing amazing, but it's looking okay. As Hadjar gets out of Antonelli's way.
Make sure your limiter is on. So stopping on the marks.
And P4. Actually, that's a little bit better than I thought it was. Good middle sector for Antonelli there. So just 2/10 away.
Will be pit limiter on, please.
So we stop in front of the garage.
Fresh tyres selected. See what Max can do in his home race. It's not looking amazing. He's down about 4/10 on Antonelli so far. He's going to improve though. Not a great middle sector, but he does find about 3/10. But he's not safe in 14th place. I wouldn't be at all surprised to see him get knocked out. He's got just about, I think, time to get back and do another run. But it will be a little tight. So who's out there on an out lap at the moment? Just Alex Albon. There he is. Now Sainz is leaving the pits. As Antonelli gets back to the garage. We've got either Bearman or Perez starting a lap. It must be Bearman. Yeah, there's Bearman starting his lap. A couple more cars coming out. Let's send out Isaac now. And he's going to get out right in front of Colapinto by the look of it. And right behind George Russell. So he's going to be slightly compromised. We've got an Audi and a Nissan leaving the pit lane as well. Nelson Lewis. So it's Schumacher and Stroll.
You need to learn the gears.
That are behind us.
Yep.
Albon goes purple in the first sector with a 16-1. slightly compromised with traffic with Stroll and Schumacher there into turn 4. But he will be fine. Isaac won't be in the way. So we're about to start pushing. There we go. Now we're pushing.
Gap is good. Mode push, good to go. So you're in a good position.
You just see there's Albon flashing through. He might get a little bit of a slipstream here across the line. He's P3. We've got someone leaving the pits.
Track is clear, track clear. It will be mode push for us.
Close. Ah, no, that's it.
But this is what happened.
Hadjar's
Right,
done.
let's have a look now. Around turn 3. Oh no! Why'd they go?
Yeah, looks like where you are.
They keep pushing so that he doesn't get in the way of Hamilton. But Hadjar's out. He did a personal best in the first sector as well. Well, yeah, he didn't stop. That's why he did a personal best. Now we'll call him in. Right. Tsunoda pops up into second place. Ah, damn it. Hamilton had to lift. So I think Hamilton's lap's done. There's compromise there as well. Yeah, Hamilton's done. Let's call him in.
Limiter on, please. See if you can stop on the marks.
16-0 for Lindblad in the opening set. Oh, he's tucked right up behind Schumacher, that's why. Or is that? No, that's Gasly. He's tucked up right behind Gasly. So both Audis are trying to get a slipstream off the back of a Nissan.
In front of the guy.
Oh, and they both get held up by the Ferrari of Sainz. So Hadjar is out. Verstappen is out. Can Lindblad do enough to get through? He's lost some time in the middle sector. Lindblad makes it through. Gasly does not. And that has put Bortoletto in the drop zone. Oh, Max is making another run, look. Oh, look how much traffic's on the road. Still a personal best. It's not a great middle sector. Bortoletto might squeeze through here. He does, up to 12th place. Hamilton now in 15th. Norris in danger. Lawson, I don't think, is going to be troubling anybody. No, he stays bottom. Max is out. Norris survives just. Hamilton is through to the next round of qualifying. Hadjar out in 21st. Eesh. That lockup ruining his chances, unfortunately. So, out in Q1, Arvid Lindblad, Mick Schumacher, Pierre Gasly, Max Verstappen at his home Grand Prix, and our championship leader, Isaac Hadjar in 21st, and Liam Lawson in 22nd. Into Q2, we'll start on the scrubs. Or the very scrubbed scrubs.
So now we have green light.
Try to work on the front tires.
I don't think we're going to have enough pace to get out of this session. Not unless we can pull out the mother of all laps at the end of qualifying. So we've got one Toyota ahead, one behind. It's Behrman behind us, so Perez in front of us.
Clear. Charge button off for last corner.
We're going to be clear through turn 1. That Williams won't get in the way of Alex Albon and Colapinto. Question now is, where are we going to hit Perez? Looks like we're going to get him coming out of turn 4 through 5. Hopefully we don't get him into 6. It looks like we might get him into 6 and 7. That's not good. Perez in turn 5 now. Well, actually, we might actually get away with this. It's not a great first sector, 16.5, but we are on very scrub tyres. Behrman's is a 16.1. Yeah, we're going to be all right. We're not going to get held up. If anything, we might even get a... Well, actually, we might lift slightly. No, we might even get a little bit of a slipstream. We are purple in the middle, but we're the first one to do it. And there you go, another 4 tenths down. So we're down 8 tenths of a second to Behrman. Cross the line, and it's an 18.3 for a 103.7.
And stay negative on the dash. Stay negative.
And another 4 tenths lost to Behrman. So, yeah, 1.2 seconds behind. Behrman still the only driver yet to score points this season. Well, that's some pretty handy pace. Is this going to be the Grand Prix where he gets himself into the top 10? For his sake, I hope so. Good first sector for Colapinto. Chasing down Alex Albon, so getting a nice little slipstream from him. Piastri pulling out of the way. And across the line for Albon and Colapinto. Let's see what they can do. Second for Colapinto, third for Alex Albon, 3 tenths slower. And there's Oscar. Not the best line into turn 1. Leclerc looking pretty pacey again. Ferrari looking very handy in the middle sectors. And it's second. Behrman's still top. I don't think he'll stay there. That will change. But not a bad result. Let's do another run on these tyres. Norris coming through now. Piastri just beaten out Charles Leclerc's middle sector. Norris goes P2 by 17 thousandths of a second. I would imagine this will be slightly quicker for Oscar. It is. And he goes top by 11 thousandths of a second. Very, very tight there. Here comes Iwasa. Q2 is normally the hardest session to get out of because the time spread for between the cars is usually at its tightest in Q2. So the margins between going through and going out could be in the thousandths. some good clear air.
And track is clear, track clear. Will be charge button off for last corner.
We're way too far behind Ocon for any kind of residual dirty air effect. And we've got no other traffic anywhere that's going to cause an issue. So this will be the closest we can get to a pure lap, but with rubbish tyres, unfortunately. Tyres at 64%. Tsunoda goes top with a very fast final sector. Proven in the middle as well. Still going to be a way off with this time, but at least we'll get a little bit closer. Ocon pops up into second place. It's been a while since we've seen Aston top like that. We started the season so strongly, and we've got a yellow flag. And that, I think, is Stroll. It is. It's always Lance Stroll.
Now we can see what happened. Right, so this was the fourth
Taking a
corner.
stroll through the gravel, but
That won't help their chances. They've got to be careful and watch the car there.
I'll be here all week. Hold your applause. So we took a couple of tenths off, but yeah, didn't expect a massive improvement there from Hamilton. In fact, did we actually take a couple of tenths off? 103.6. We took a tenth off because we lost time in the final sector. We lost a tenth in the final sector. But at least we're quicker than Stroll. Right, Antonelli about to start his flying run. That's a decent first sector, 16.1. Bortoletto looking okay as well. It's the middle sector that's going to be crucial on this lap, though.
And stop on the marks.
And there is potential traffic here for Antonelli. Alex Albon and Lance Stroll. Albon gets out of the way as best he can. Antonelli is still purple in the middle sector. Stroll hugging the inside. And that's good enough for P3. And this is what I was talking about with very fine margins. Look how close the top six are. A tenth and a half separating the top six. Here comes Sainz. Where's he going to stick that Ferrari? Last one to post the time. And he slots up into fifth. So the top seven now separated by just 1.5 tenths of a second. I'm going to go now while it's quiet. What about Albon? Yeah, I just don't think we're getting out of this session, but if we can get close to the cut-off point, I'll be happy with that.
Wait for Albon.
Albon does not
You can
improve.
go to mode warm-up.
What happened to Albon? Oh, he was 9 thousandths of a second slower, look. He made small gains in the first sector, small gains in the middle sector, and then lost it all in the final sector. Less than 4 tenths separate first to 10th. We've got traffic coming out the pits. That is Piastri and Norris. Don't get in the way, don't get in the way, don't get in the way. Piastri pulls out.
We've seen it.
Norris was out of the way as well, but we did have one of the Astons in front of us. I'm not sure which one. Still, it's a 16.2. It's a personal best for Lewis in the first sector. Again, personal best, but it's not really that good. It's all going to come down to this final sector. Leclerc pops up into 4th place. Oh, look how close we got. All right. Take manual control, see if we can get back in time to do another run. I don't think we can. We need to be leaving the pits in about 20 seconds at the latest, I think. Yeah, we're not going to get round in time. Maybe, if we're really lucky, we might make it.
No lead.
16-0 for Oscar in the first sector.
Understood.
Yeah, by the time we get into our pit box, we're not going to have time. Ah, it's such a shame. Evening, Adrian.
Speed limiter on, please.
Yeah, we're not going to make it.
And stop on the mark.
What a shame. Will Oscar reclaim top spots? Yes, he will. By just 27 thousandths of a second. Perez and Stroll finishing their laps. Stroll improves to P14. Perez looks like he's just on course to pip Hamilton. I don't know if he'll be quick enough to beat Colapinto. Oh, he was, and he got Bortoletto as well. So Colapinto is out. Hamilton is out. Stroll is out. Albon's on a lap. Iwasa is leaving the pit lane now, and he's not going to start the lap. No, there he is. So he is going to start the lap. And Russell starting his lap as well. So we could yet get bumped down a few more places here. Just 3.5 tenths separating the top 10. It's getting a little hairy in terms of traffic, though. Albon might have an issue here. It's not a good middle sector. And he's getting held up here as well. So Albon, I think, is out. Yeah, he improves to P15, so he beats out Stroll. Russell has clearer run. He could make it through. He'll knock out his teammate if he does. And he does. He goes up to 6th, and that knocks Bortoletto into the drop zone. And I said it would be determined by thousandths. Look at that. Just 3 thousandths of a second, the difference between going through and going out. So, eliminated from Q2 is Gabriel Bortoleto. Franco Colapinto, Lewis Hamilton, Ayumu Iwasa, Alex Albon, and Lance Stroll. We have a penalty for George that needs to be applied. We'll see where he qualifies, and then he'll be down 3 places from there. So, I forgot we had to sim the results of Q3. Antonelli has taken pole position ahead of Esteban Ocon, Lando Norris in 3rd, and it's Yuki Tsunoda in 4th. So, Piastri, who has been so quick recently, is actually going to have to start from 5th. The Ferraris that showed some promise early on are 6th and 7th, 8th for Perez. Russell is 9th, but has that penalty. A 3-place penalty, which will drop him down 1, 2, 3 places to there. He will start in 12th place. Bortoleto will get back into the top 10 with Behrman 9th, Bortoleto 10th, Colapinto 11th, then George, then Hamilton. At least that's how it should shake out anyway. Let's go through the intro and wait for the amended grid.
Here among the mountains in Austria, the teams are preparing for the 71 laps of today's race.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring, Max Verstappen became the first driver to bring an eponymous car to victory here in 2018.
Spielberg's challenges are all about overtaking. The DRS zones here mean passing is very possible, especially if your tyres are in a better condition than the next cars. But get caught out having to manage less than fresh tyres, you could be a sitting duck. Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
All right, let's take a look at the amended grid then, see if I was right. Yes, there we go. So, 2 promoted drivers, Russell down to 12th, Hamilton still 13th. No other changes, nobody starting from the pit lane. And Lawson, who was so heroic in qualifying in Monaco, qualifying in 3rd, is qualifying, is starting from the back of the grid tonight. No one is buzzing, says Farrett, not yet, but we still have another bit of spiel to come, so you never know. You weren't here the last time I was buzzing, so I had to put it in for you. Let's have a look at strategy. That's what I'm thinking of with Lewis. It is the same as if we were to do that or that. So we've got flexibility. We have options. Isaac, let's see. Slightly slower. I wonder if that would be better. I think it probably will. Yeah, let's go with that for Isaac. There we go. Let's take some fuel out of the car. 1, 2, 3. 1.4 kilos. Let's take 4 laps out. No, just take 3 laps out, I think. There we go. And then we'll start aggressive and keep the fuel burn going for a lap or 2. We'll take 3 laps out for Lewis as well. There we go. And we are prepped and ready. Starting from the back of the grid with Isaac, 13th, the middle of the grid for Lewis. Let's see if we can gain any places at the start as we send them to the grid for the start of the Austrian Grand Prix.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. There's certainly been a buzz around the Mercedes driver this weekend.
They start in P1, but will they be able to stay there? The first corner could be so crucial.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. The crowd
bit
are
mic on.
ready. The cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, we've got a few on softs. A lot of people starting on mediums. Most of the front of the grid starting on mediums, actually. Perez the first soft, and that's wide for Colapinto. He goes down to 21st place. So Behrman up to 8th place now.
Excellent job.
Let's see a replay of him getting pushed wide there by George, and that dropped him all the way back. Kajar, I think, has got an overtake done on Schumacher. He's up to 18th now. He started 21st, Max down to 20th. So we've overtaken Verstappen and Schumacher, and then obviously Colapinto rejoined behind. So a good start for Isaac. He's up into peak confidence already. Let's calm his tyres down now.
Reminder for DRS. P18. Car ahead is Gasly.
Antonelli leads Norris. Ocon has dropped to 3rd. Tsunoda's dropped down to 6th. Perez has got ahead of Behrman.
He's 0.5 behind.
And we have a yellow flag. And that is Lawson
And we need to look after the tyres.
with a lockup.
Let's see what happened there. It was the Williams driver we see there. Oh, all right so far. Very heavy on the brakes. By that point, it was just too late.
So that's going to certainly compromise him on fragile soft tyres. Norris takes the lead from Antonelli. The power of the proper helmet doing him good so far. He's up 2 places.
And charge button on.
And let's turn off the fuel burn and the battery now.
Understood.
And we need to increase lift and coast.
And there we go,
by
fastest lap for
30%.
Lando Norris.
And increase lift and coast.
Is he going to tell us what it was?
And just a reminder on
Apparently
your
not. Let's have a look. I want a 6.5. Looking a little bit frisky behind us there. As Lindblad gets up the inside of Iwasa and has a DRS as well, so that will cement P14 for Lindblad. Max still down in 20th, and he's now surrounded by guys on soft tyres as Gasly gets up the inside of Stroll. And shuts the door and completes that move. And you can see Isaac just behind. Start to rebuild the battery.
Charge on.
Let's try that with Lewis as well. Got to be a bit more careful with Lewis. He's a little bit further away. And I don't want to give Albon an opportunity to just have a lunge. Perez gets past Tsunoda. So Perez up to 7th place now.
And we need charge button on.
Stroll gets back past Gasly, and Schumacher had a little look
Charge on.
and has another little look. Perez is he's flying at the moment. He's putting some pressure on Sainz now. Him and Johnny. Is he going to go around the outside of Sainz? He is. And that's Perez up another place. And with the DRS, he'll get straight onto the back of Charles Leclerc. He's really making the most of those soft tyres right now. This could be a really good race for Perez, if he can keep this going. He's already in DRS range of Leclerc, look. Russell's got ahead of Bortoletto. And is looking to break away. That's good for us.
Chance button on.
Another little look there from Albon. He's still feeling frisky. Bortoletto did not get the DRS. Will he get it here at turn 1? No, he won't. We have to go slightly defensive to cover off Albon there. Oh, Perez almost got the move done. Has he got it done? Yes, he has. Perez passed Leclerc and again has the DRS. And now he can go chasing after Oscar. And this time Bortoletto does get the DRS as Russell has moved past Behrman. Behrman's starting to just slip down the rankings a little bit. And Hadjar has slipped away from the back of Gasly. Thomas. Once again, Bortoletto missing out on the DRS, and we are going to have a lunge this time.
And more energy available.
Let's see if we can move ourselves up. Behrman back past Russell. Schumacher does get through. Yeah, I was worried that might happen. We'd left a bit of a gap.
Is Verstappen.
Chance button on.
I think we might have to potentially go into high overtake for Lewis here. Max is still in 20th place. We're back in front of Perez, and Perez just losing a little bit of ground. I wonder if his tyres are starting to go. It's a little early, if that's the case. It should still be pretty good.
So deployed. You can push.
Hamilton choosing not to have a look.
And charge button on.
Hadjar having a little look at the back of Schumacher.
A long way to go.
Entire phase update when you can.
Come on, he always just sits menacingly behind us. Then he pulls out the slipstream and loses a little bit of momentum. We don't have a lot of battery left though. We're having to rebuild it. Someone has a fault. That's Lawson at the back of the grid.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
So one Williams in trouble. And the other one looking very, very feisty. Oh, that was Sainz. Sainz got pushed wide. And he's dropped all the way down to 17th place. And is he going to be vulnerable? Can Hadjar get through? Yes, he can. And let's put Hadjar into attack.
Set up mode push now, please. Nice job.
So there we go, around the outside. You see Max trying to follow through. He's under pressure though from Iwasa. No, Colapinto, sorry. I thought it was Colapinto. Oh, he's got a problem as well now. My guess is gearbox.
My braces are picking up a little.
I don't think we've got the pace to get past Sainz, unfortunately.
Let's get up to these cars in front.
Max gets past Schumacher. The last thing I need is Verstappen all over the back of me. Oh, Hamilton has almost got through.
Behind we have
Ah, damn it. And we didn't get past Sainz. I didn't think we would.
Right, let's concentrate.
He does have DRS on you. You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Charge button on.
Charge on.
Come on, come on, come on.
Okay, member mode push.
Can we get him? Welcome back, PR. That Ferrari's just too powerful. We'll just have to stick with him and hope that an opportunity presents itself at some point. Colapinto gets past Schumacher, so Schumacher now to 21st now. We have dropped Verstappen by hanging close to Sainz, although only just, and we may well get that back. We're out of battery now. And I can't risk going into harvest. In fact, Max under pressure from Colapinto here. And Colapinto goes around the outside, will get the DRS as well. And Lawson has got past Schumacher. Right. Yeah, we just need to hang on as much as we can to the back of Sainz now. So we'll stay as we are, battery-wise. Check back in with Hamilton. Theoretically, we could be able to get a good undercut on most of the cars in front of us. But whether our pace will be strong enough once we get clean air or not, I don't know. Possibly not.
Charge button on.
We are going to need to think about fuel saving soon as well. Hadjar has now been dropped and Colapinto's putting me under pressure. And Colapinto gets through. But we might get the DRS. We did. So we'll just try and stay with
Do your
Colapinto.
best. Car behind is Verstappen.
Here's the replay. So here we go, heading into turn
Yeah,
one.
we dropped out of
The
DRS
opportunity
range, and that
begging
was,
to be
in
taken.
the end, a very easy overtake for him. We gave him the outside line as well, which didn't help, but it meant that we did get the DRS.
And that sees them move up into 18th.
Perez and Behrman still
And charge
battling
button
away.
On, charge button on.
Behrman having to yield. But his tyres should now theoretically be in better shape than his teammate.
Really good.
Oh, don't lose the DRS. Don't lose the DRS. Hadjar gets back through on Colapinto. We lost it. Shit. One gets through and gets the DRS as well. And now we're going to have to defend against Arvid Lindblad. Potential replacement for Hamilton.
Continue like this.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Understood.
Can we get him back up the inside? No, he covers us off. Damn it.
Charge button on.
Yep.
So back down to 13th then for Lewis. He's still outside the top 10. Lawson pushing up to the back of us. Going to start to increase Hadjar's tyre pace.
Just pick up the pace.
Mistake for Schumacher through
Right then,
4 as he's taking a
take
trip
a
to the
look
gravel.
Now we're just proceeding through turn 4. And that's
Just
where
a couple of wheels.
Slightly run off the track. And they might want to take a look at the floor of
Cost
the
him
car
a
there,
little
because
bit,
that
but not too much. We're a little bit more marginal on tyre wear with Lewis because we're going for that different strategy. Oh, Lawson's got another issue.
Well, yeah, right.
Or an
It certainly
escalation
looks
of the
like they've
existing
developed a
issue.
fault.
He's under a lot of pressure from Verstappen as well, which will help Hadjar defend. Yeah, it's an escalation, look. Albon gets past Bortoletto.
Lawson, how's DRS?
And Lawson is going to push through on us and get the DRS as well.
There's progress to be made. Car behind is Verstappen.
Alright, let's tuck into harvest.
Charge on.
Just about hanging on to Lindblad.
Charge on.
Yep.
Behrman gets past Perez. Perez actually loses out to Russell as well. Has he gone wide? He has. Perez has gone into the grass. Albon goes through. Bortoletto is going to get him as well. Big issue there for Perez. That's cost him multiple places. Gasly now with a fault as well.
Quite a lot of clipping.
Hamilton just doesn't seem to want to pull out. So we'll just leave him in medium. Eliminate some of the risk. Hadjar's a little bit more aggressive. So we'll leave him in that push mode for now. We are losing time behind Lawson, so we do need to get through. And I'm also trying to get some more battery back in the car as well. Max all over us now. His tyres have definitely been in better shape than ours.
Verstappen has DRS.
Hamilton's going to potentially have a look at Lindblad's.
Okay.
Let's encourage him to make that move.
Use the energy.
Oh, trying to go three wide. Are we vulnerable to Verstappen here? Yes, we are. God damn it. We go for an overtake and we end up getting overtaken. Disaster.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Hamilton still has not been able to get through. Our car just
2.2
does not
seconds behind.
overtake well. I thought it would be easier
Charge on.
here than it was at Monaco, but we're having the same issues. And Lawson dives into the pits, and so does Schumacher. So we'll have our first sort of pit crew head-to-head. Hard tyres going on for Mick. Almost synchronistic there with the pair of them going in and coming out at exactly the same time. Medium tyres for Lawson. And, oh, we have a yellow flag. Iwasa in the gravel.
Can go fast, mate.
Let's take a closer look. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Well, you can see the lockup. And
Yeah, and then having to wait for everyone to come through before we can rejoin the racing.
And just a reminder on the right.
Charge on.
Yeah.
Still hasn't been able to get through.
Charge button on.
Rebuild the battery. Just hope that we can get him in the pits. The box Hadjar this lap.
Boxing this lap, please.
We're going to start fuel saving in earnest when we come out of the pits. We'll start it now with Lewis while we're in DRS.
And we need charge button on, charge button on.
Okay, here we go then for Isaac.
Tires are ready.
Don't think we're going to get out in front of Lawson. Well, no, we're not going to get out in front of Lawson or Schumacher, I don't think. They've had that undercut on us, got their tyres up to temp. Iwasa coming in behind us. Oh, it's a bad stop as well. Oh, damn it. 3.9 seconds. Soft tyres going on for Iwasa. And a quick stop, so he's going to be putting us under pressure very, very soon. Perez's tyres are almost gone. Look, he's dropped down to 11th. Well, he's still down in 11th because he lost those places, but Lindblad's caught him. Hamilton's right there as well now.
He is 2.3 seconds behind.
And there we go, Perez into the pits. Gonna bring Lewis in slightly ahead of schedule. Stroll and Colapinto also coming in. Decent stop. Better stop. Oh, another excellent stop for Maserati as well. Wow. Lawson sets a new fastest lap. Hamilton has sights all over the back of him.
So P12. .0 now. Next car behind now is Sainz.
In a power circuit, more kilos of fuel wouldn't help. It depends on the circuit. It depends on how good your car is as well. I mean, if you've got a weak car, you might, but you've got good cooling, then it might be better to put more fuel in and just push the braking zones. But you risk more. There's more of a risk of something going wrong with a lockup or something like that. Oh, that's a much better stop. That's our best ever stop, a 1.89. We do jump Lindblad in the pits. Fantastic. Amazing work from the pit crew there. That is the fastest stop we've seen so far this season from any team.
So at the moment you have P15.
Now I have to try and hang on.
Okay, in front is.
And I'm up against soft tyres.
Gap to him.
And I'm going to lose the place almost immediately. Ah, damn it.
Charge on.
Can't get much quicker.
Alright, let's concentrate.
So yeah, I mean, if you've got really good engine cooling, in your side pods, then running extra fuel and just pushing the braking zones will help, but it will push your engine temps up, will increase the risk of a lockup or a mistake running wide, maybe a crashing into someone, or, so there's always that inherent risk involved. Can we get out in front of Bortoletto? This is going to be tight. It's not about getting in front of him out the pits now, it's about the run up here, and he's too far ahead for both us and Lindblad. Got to be wary of Stroll closing in as well.
So deployed.
If you've got a really good car, a really fast car, then it might be better to just take some fuel out and just recover it where you can.
Are good.
The AI generally tends to underfuel by multiple laps. So, and the weather plays a big part as well. If it's going to be very heavy wet weather, then taking a lot of fuel out makes a lot of sense, because it's much easier to recover fuel even without going into fuel saving like we are in wet weather. The Stroll gets through. Those soft tyres doing a number on us. Pace will come back to us though, I think.
Race is long.
We may potentially change Hamilton's strategy. It's negligible difference, look. Let's stick with this for now, but we've got the option to change if we need to.
And we need to take care of these tires.
Charge on.
Yeah.
No management required.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
17th and 21st, but there's a whole chunk of cars that have yet to stop. It looks like they're all going to be one-stopping. So we need to undercut as many of these as we can. Otherwise, our strategy is busted, completely busted. And let's see how far behind some of these guys we are. Yeah, a long way behind. We can undercut. I think we can probably undercut everybody up to Gasly. Albon is going to be a struggle. Depends how pace is looking. Let's have a look. Albon's doing 107s. We're doing 107s at the moment. And then we are fuel saving, which we kind of need to do, but it's hurting our pace as a result. Let's get some battery in while we're tucked up here.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Understood.
Cars sound weird. Anyone else having any issues with the sound?
And charge button on.
Yep.
Oh, I've got two. Hang on, I know why. Is that better? How about now? Yes, he supports the Falcon, so he knows nothing. Alright, have I killed any sound here? Or can you still hear everything okay? Alright, Snowder's into the pits. Like vibrating or something.
Yeah, the anti-deploy didn't work.
Yeah, I think I had a couple of different audio settings overlapping each other. Hadjar's been overtaken by Iwasa. Down to 20 seconds. Is this going to be another race where we can't get him into the top 18?
Now this is where the RB driver's involved. They decide to give it a go. That move puts them in 21st.
Like a Fatboy Slim remix. That's a name I've not heard for a while. Good old Norman. So we're doing 106s. Gap to the cars in front. Tsunoda has just boxed. We are 13 seconds behind Sainz. Gasly's okay. About 20 seconds to Albon and Behrman and Russell. Not quite close enough to get them yet.
And more energy available. Loss on DRS.
And we are struggling since we lost the DRS there.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yep.
I'm going to push hard to get back in range. And there we go. Bearman and Russell are into the pits, and I think these guys are going to get out just in front of us.
And just a reminder on DRS.
Russell might be able to jump Bearman here.
And charge button on.
Oh, not quite. Bearman able to hold him off. They're both on hard tyres. Max gets through. There's Bortoletto. There's Stroll. There's Hamilton. Oh, he has a go. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. No. Oh, we almost got him. All right, well, we're back in DRS range, so
Take care of the tires.
we can do that. Antonelli, Leclerc and Albon all in. Hard tyres with the other two. Albon's going to undercut us. Well, actually, it'll be tight, actually, with Albon. It'll be very tight. That's a good stop from Williams. They needed it.
You are doing a good job. Continue like this.
In front we have Albon.
Damn it. Stroll went wide into the grass and it's dropped him down to 19th. And we're still tucked up. All right, front three are in.
A long way to go.
Oh, that's a good stop. Ocon holds the lead from Piastri and Norris. Here comes Antonelli. Antonelli's going to retake the lead. And Leclerc slots on through as well. Gasly and Sainz are in the pits. Now these guys we should jump. And we do. Hamilton back to 14th place.
Tire phase update when you can.
Oh man, just seen how far behind Hadjar is. He is losing too much time here behind Iwasa.
Mode push, please.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
No more lift and coast.
Yep.
Albon gets Russell. We get boxed out because we almost had Albon. Oh God, contact.
Just do your best.
I think we got away with that.
Okay.
I mean, it hurt his confidence, but I don't think we got any damage for it. We'll probably get a penalty for that, though. It's not been a good race at all for Hadjar. Hard tyres for Max. I don't think that was a particularly quick stop.
Charge on.
Racing incident, no penalties given. Okay, well, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Hamilton is stuck behind George.
And charge button on.
Understood.
Piastri's down to 5th place now. Yeah, this is going to be a very bad race for us. Our pace is just nowhere anymore. So the rest of the grid seems to be bringing upgrades that we just can't keep up with.
And yeah, a terminal failure.
Oh, that's a retirement.
Absolutely gutting.
Or is it? It depends what the fault is. If it's his battery, he'll be fine. I'm looking at his wheel. I'm not seeing any battery on there, so I think that's what's gone. I think it's his battery that's gone. Because if you look at our car, you can see our battery level. Just there, look. And I know the wheel setup changes slightly depending on the car, but I think that's a battery failure. So he'll be able to carry on, but it just won't be ideal for him. Good for us. It'll help take some of the pressure off. And yes, PR, if you do have questions, I'll see if I can help you.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Understood.
All right, Piastri and Tsunoda swapping places. Piastri having a look at the back of Charles Leclerc. Leclerc goes defensive, covers him off. You can see Lawson is dropping away. I'm hopeful he can be a rolling roadblock. As Colapinto has a look, tries to get past him, can't, and Stroll goes around the outside of Colapinto.
Do your best. Go back to doing lift and coast now.
Yes.
Now Stroll has a fault of his own.
What's happening with the shifts?
Check the rotor. Little workplace joke there. I'll be here all week.
Yeah.
It's feisty at the front, isn't it? Look at this, we've got a 6-car battle. Oh no, we don't. Leclerc's too far away. We've got a 4-car battle there, and Perez with a fault now.
I'm running out of 1 minute.
But we've got a feisty little 4-way fight for 3rd place at the moment. Right, let's see if we can get past.
Mode push.
Yeah.
Suggests that you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at turn 1.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can avoid a collision
If you
as
are
well.
able to increase pace, it would be a good time to do it.
Iwasa goes very defensive to try and cover us off. Take another bite of the slipstream. We'll go around the outside. We're going to give up the DRS though. Battery deployment. Will it be enough?
He has DRS.
Yeah, we able
Doing a
to
great
shut
job.
the door. And something else going wrong for Lawson.
Oh no! Seems like a terminal failure to me.
Something
Not
else
much
is
that they
broken
could
on that
do.
car as well. Not just his battery. That would certainly help us out if he retires. He's staying out though, so maybe it's just confirming that the battery's dead, which we already knew. Unless he boxes next lap, which might happen. I don't know. Hamilton's dropped off the back of George. Let's try and close him back up again.
Yep.
Verstappen's car getting worse. That's also good news.
Yeah, I can't use third gear, mate. It's just lagging.
Max is already behind us though, so that really doesn't help us. Here comes a little look from Iwasa. Again, we shut him down, but we're out of battery now. Can't really do that anymore.
Charge on.
We are still having to save some fuel.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
Yes.
Hamilton's not closing in on Russell. Our tyres have now gone below that 60% point where they start to drop off pace-wise.
Next car in front will be Russell. Gap to him 1.7. Continue like this.
He's lapping about half a second quicker than us at the moment. And I still need a little bit more fuel saving done.
We need you to increase lift
I'm
and
amazed we haven't even had a VSC yet. I thought we would have had something by now. We're past the halfway point. Just. Back to the front. You can see Antonelli just keeping an eye on Ocon. Lindblad's into the pits, getting off those soft tyres. Now Leclerc's got an issue.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
And it was going so well where we actually got driver reports. And then, unfortunately, we went back to Crofty. So this will take him through to the end. It's an okay stop, nothing special. Iwasa's in. Help take some pressure off Isaac. Won't have to drive defensively anymore. Although having said that, Max is only 2 seconds behind us. That's an okay stop. Certainly nothing like the first round of stops we saw for Maserati. Let's have a look at pit stops, shall we? We had the quickest stop still with Hamilton. No one even close at the moment. There we see Maserati there. The Colapinto stop was very, very quick. Iwasa's was a 2.2. I thought it was quicker than that. Isaac with the slowest stop so far because he had that issue on his stop. Now Lawson's in. Is this to retire or just to change tyres? Colapinto coming in as well. It is just a pit stop. Hard tyres for the pair of them. That's them both go through to the end. Yeah, we've been well and truly dropped. Tsunoda and Norris have dropped off the battle, so it's now split into 3 separate two-way fights. Piastri and Leclerc fighting away. Norris trying to get past Yuki Tsunoda. Aston back with a bang today, it would seem. Oh, very close to contact there for Lando Norris. Will you have another look at turn 4 as Sainz gets past Stroll? And again, Tsunoda covering off. Oh, and Gasly gets past him as well. Tucked up in that slipstream. Stroll's soft tyres probably dying off a little bit now. So Sainz unleashed to go chasing after Hamilton. It's about, what, 1.4 kilos for a lap of fuel. So we're about 1 lap under-fueled at the moment. We're going to stop fuel saving for a while.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Hadjar going to be boxing very soon. I wonder, is this going to be quicker? Fractionally, but it will allow him to be a little bit more aggressive. I might do that, actually. Stroll is in the pits. Those soft tyres have had enough. Decent stop. Hard tyres. Through to the end. Sainz has already taken a big chunk of time out of us. Look, as Bortoletto gets overtaken by Alex Albon. Ollie Bearman is still in the hunt for a point, look. 10th place. Sandwiched between the two McLarens at the moment. Is this going to be the day that Bearman finally gets off the mark? Perez dives into the pits. Decent stop, nothing amazingly quick. At least it didn't feel very quick. Bortoletto has now dropped out of DRS range. He's got it at the moment, but he'll lose it for the next lap around. And Russell has a lunge. Can he complete the move, or can he be held off? Bearman holds him off. You started a career season with Ferrari just to learn. If you want to just learn, I would say do some race replays, do the scenarios as well that you'll get with a deluxe edition. The China race is a good one with the reverse grid, and the no, Silverstone's a reverse grid. Silverstone can be quite a tricky one depending on which team you start with. The Abu Dhabi race is quite good fun as well. That's a rookie race, but it's a pretty dominant race for Red Bull. As we go 3 wide into turn 3.
Box this lap.
Now can Bearman outdrag Russell into turn 4? No, Russell holds the position. We've been able to close up while they've been battling away. We were, what, 4 seconds back? We're now just 2.5 seconds. And that was us just flashing into the corner there. Max has finally caught up to us. And there's Colapinto behind.
Charge on.
Yep.
Can't believe we still haven't had even a VSC, let alone a safety car or even a red flag. Looks like it's going to be a well-behaved race for the most part. In fact, I think the only collision that we've actually had was when Hadjar clipped Iwasa. 1.9 second stop. Beautiful. That's going to get him up into the top 3 or 4. Now, can we stay on the lead lap? That's critical for us to stay on the lead lap.
Okay, mode push.
Okay.
There's Antonelli. He is ahead of Ocon. Piastri's ahead of Leclerc now. Norris is ahead of Tsunoda. But everyone's still in DRS of the car that they're chasing or fighting with, so those positions could easily switch back again. The leaders are doing 105.7s. Let's see what Hadjar can do. We'll get these tyres fired up quickly. It does look like they're closing in on us. I mean, if they are going to end up going faster than us, as long as we... Oh, it's a 104.9 for Antonelli. No wonder he's closed up. We're about to get blue flagged, I think. We keep going. We're out of battery.
Tyre temps are good.
Tyres are fired up.
Charge on.
Copy.
We need to do the full management on this set.
Copy.
What's our pace? Is it enough? Hamilton has sights on the back of him.
K1 usage.
We did a 105.2. There's a 105.9. If we can just keep our pace consistent, we should just about stay ahead of the race leaders. But you know, any kind of problem will mean we'll get blue flagged. Ocon is all over the back of Antonelli, and Piastri is steaming up to the pair of them and bringing Leclerc with him. Norris is being left behind in his fight. We're about to have a four-way fight for the lead, and we might get caught up in that. Sainz has already passed Hamilton. That didn't take very long. And he had DRS as well. Here comes Lindblad and Gasly. Our tyres are almost completely gone. .105.2, 105.8, so we pulled that another half a second. A gap visually looking just a tiny bit bigger. We are not going to get into the top 10 tonight without some kind of miracle. And I don't think we're going to get in the top 18 for Hadjar again.
Right, let's concentrate.
So we're going to have to seriously start to revise our sponsor obligations going forward.
Understood.
Just to make sure that we can actually fulfill both cars.
And box now, box.
And the box is up.
And push now, push.
Gasly sneaks through on Lindblad. I don't think we can defend this. Yeah, Gasly's going to get us. Can we keep Lindblad at bay? No, we're going to go 3 wide down the straight, and we lose 2 places in the blink of an eye.
Charge on.
Yep.
And we need lift and coast.
Another 0.7 of a second. Yeah, we are definitely pulling away. Although, if they start switching places like this, they could theoretically start lapping quicker again. Piastri right with Antonelli and Ocon now. Leclerc is still there too. His issue seems to have cleared up, whatever it was. As Hamilton is into the pits. Can we go even faster in the pits? No. 3-second stop. Not ideal. It's going to bring us out behind Max, Lawson and Stroll.
Sorry about that.
Wow. We are really struggling, aren't we? We just don't have any pace at all anymore.
Next guy in front is a Stroll.
I still need to do some more fuel saving, unfortunately. That's going to put us at risk of getting gobbled up by the cars behind. But we have a little bit of a cushion, so I'm not overly concerned at this stage. And I know I can at least get Hamilton into the top 18. I just don't know whether I can do it with Isaac as well.
And charge button.
I might have to start deliberately sandbagging with Hamilton just to try and help him close the gap down a bit.
Gap to him 2.5. And we need to take care of these tires. Gap to him 2.6. Race is long.
Lawson has been overtaken by Max. No surprise there, considering his battery is broken. Piastri gets past Ocon. Leclerc almost able to follow through, but has to back out of it. And Piastri now having a look at Antonelli.
Continue like this.
If we get a safety car, we're going to see quite a few teams dive into the pits. We're also going to sort all, our remaining fuel issues out. As Antonelli just about stays ahead, but he's given up the DRS again. Behrman gets past Russell. Up into 8th place for him now. Perez gets past Bortoletto. He's back up to 12th. And Piastri still can't find his way through. Hadjar is starting to close in, look.
Gap to him 0.9.
And with these guys fighting, it's slowing them down. So we're lapping a second and a half quicker than these guys at the moment. Pretty soon, they're not even going to be able to see Hadjar. And Ocon's almost out of DRS range. I think he just got it. He did, just. Is this going to be another look up the inside? It is, as Hamilton gets through on Stroll. Oh, and that's a very bad line for Antonelli on the exit there.
Now we're with Lewis Hamilton here. The gap opens up for them
Lovely move.
and moves up a place into 19th.
Yeah, Antonelli going to be under pressure. Ocon gets past Leclerc again.
We need to work on the tyres, keep the temperature on the tyres.
Piastri has a chance to sprint away now. Let's see if he can do it. And Hadjar is only 4 seconds now behind these guys. Maybe we can get him into the top 18. As Iwasa gets past Stroll. Hamilton just goes straight around the outside of Lawson like he wasn't even there. Beautiful.
Okay, in front is Verstappen.
And he's immediately going to go on the attack on Max.
And you can use all the boost bar.
But this is what happened. Now this was at turn 1. Can they squeeze by?
That's the soft tyres doing their thing.
That sees them move up into 18th.
And can we take Verstappen for 17th here? There's Hadjar. He's only 3 seconds back.
Continue like this, you're doing a good job.
Another issue or what's the word I'm looking for?
Had a problem with the shifts on that last lap.
The word escapes me, but escalation, that's the word I was looking for. An escalation of the gearbox issue for Stroll. That'll help Hadjar as well.
Gap to him 1.7. And some lift off if you can. Charge button on.
Yeah, you can barely see the leaders behind. Hamilton's already on the back of Schumacher.
Stroll is the next guy.
And gets through on Schumacher.
There's progress to be made.
Lovely stuff. And here comes Isaac, closing in on Stroll. We might salvage something out of this Grand Prix. We're not going to get points, but we can certainly salvage a better position for Lewis and salvage 18th for Isaac. 105.3 against a 105.2, so we've still got a nice comfy lead over the leaders. Schumacher's in the pits.
Charge on.
Are we going to see a flurry of late stops then?
Okay, push.
Soft tyres for Mick. He's going to be a lap down though, and he's going to be behind a lot of cars, so I don't think he's going to be able to use the pace in those tyres. I don't think he's going to be able to get through. Lawson and Verstappen fighting still.
Car ahead is now Stroll. Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Just save a little bit of tyre wear.
At the moment,
I think Bortoletto might need to stop again. Hamilton sets the fastest lap of a 104.7, and he's not even trying, look.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Max is really struggling with that gearbox.
On these tyres, just pushing.
He's dropped behind Lawson, who has no battery, let's not forget. Oh, I thought we were going to have a look around the outside of Stroll for a second then.
Car in front is Stroll.
Yeah, Bortoletto might need to stop again because his pace is terrible. 107.9. That or his tyres might risk going into puncture territory. A 108.1 last lap. 104.744. I think that's even fractionally quicker for Lewis. Yeah, it is. By 21 thousandths of a second. This lap should be even better.
You are doing a good job.
Schumacher sets the fastest lap at 104.5. And we're kind of boxed in at the moment with these guys side by side, but Verstappen's very vulnerable. We might even get Stroll as well. We get up the inside. Ah, it's contact, and we've got wing damage.
Way to go. Are you okay?
Damn it.
And it looks as though there's been an incident for Lance Stroll.
Yeah, idiot just dive-bombed me.
Yeah, I think Stroll's actually correct in that one. I think we may possibly get a penalty for that.
The team had hoped today.
It's only minor damage. Let's see if we can carry on. I don't want to have to box and change the wing. Hamilton is now just 1.5 seconds behind Bortoletto. To the 105.1.
Remember, long way to go in this race.
Use the energy.
You need to keep your K1 usage down a bit, otherwise you'll just run out of battery and then you'll just be taken by everybody.
Ah, we got away with it. No penalty. We've got wing damage though, and that's going to hurt our chances. Here's another look. This time we will get the move done. But what's our pace going to be like now? Have we got enough pace to still go after Lawson and Iwasa?
That's all good. Gap ahead 4.4.
I hope so. Hamilton breezes past Bortoletto. That might be as high as we can go. Tsunoda's pace isn't looking too clever, but he's half a lap ahead of us. Over half a lap ahead of us. Oh, there we go. It's a puncture for Bortoletto. I said he was looking like he needed to stop. His tyre just gave up. And that will help Hadjar. Unfortunately, Bortoletto punctured right before the pits, so minimum time lost, but that puts us up into 18th place.
Car has a problem.
Fault for Schumacher now.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
He's been lapped by Norris. Well, he's been lapped by a lot of cars, but he's stuck behind Norris. He can't find his way through. And this is going to be hurting Norris, because he's going to be driving defensively to stop himself from being unlapped.
Charge button on, please.
10 laps to go. And Hadjar is still just closing in on Lawson.
So currently you
haven't quite dropped Stroll yet. 105.6 over a 105.8.
Car behind Stroll.
It's not easy. Lawson getting that toe off the back of Iwasa. I don't know if he's actually got more pace than Iwasa. The leaders are close to the back of Hadjar. That's Stroll. And there in just to the left was Hadjar. Piastri has broken away from Antonelli. Ocon's dropped back a bit, still has Leclerc in tow. It's looking like it's going to be a third straight victory for Oscar Piastri, and Tsunoda's punctured. Now, where is he? Oh, he's got half a lap to do.
I have puncture, I think.
Wow, are we going to see more punctures? That's collision.
So there was a crash. Debris on track.
Ollie Bearman and George Russell. Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that puncture has caused all sorts of hassle.
Feel the frustration from the team watching on the monitors.
Ah, my heart breaks. For Bearman, is that going to cost him? A chance of a point. Sainz is right there. Perez is right behind him. Tsunoda's into the pits. Hamilton's going to get promoted up to 14th place. Has massive wing damage at the back for Tsunoda, so he's probably out of it now. We are now closing in a little bit more on Lawson. Gets down to 3 seconds. Someone might get penalties here. I'm looking at Bearman in particular. And Tsunoda's going to come out behind... No, yeah, behind the leaders, I think. Where is he? Where is he? He's fighting with Hadjar. Yeah, he stayed ahead, but he's got no DRS. I don't know if that's going to help us. It might help us. Can we actually get him? Maybe, maybe not. Bearman's down to 11th place. He is going to miss out on points again.
Oh, that's not good. They'll need to retire the car.
Oh, is that a terminal issue for Gasly? Or is that a different issue? I don't know what's going on with Gasly's car. It's the third time we've been told he needs to retire. No, it was Lawson, wasn't it? So maybe that is an actual retirement for Gasly. That's going to put Hamilton up to 13th. With Bearman having some issues. And the fact that we are closing in pretty well. It's going to be a tight last few laps. I don't think we're going to be close enough to steal a point. We're about to get lapped. There is Oscar. I think this is going to be a retirement for Gasly. Let's see, does he hit the pits? No, he's staying out. So maybe it's battery for Gasly as well then.
And 6 laps to go.
Understood.
Gasly's pace is still
And
strong.
tire temperatures are good.
Yep.
So we need to push.
Let's get after these cars in front.
So we know Tsunoda has wing damage. We know Bearman has wing damage. Does Russell have wing damage, or is his underfloor? I think he might have underfloor damage. Behrman's chances of getting points have gone. He's now 3.5 seconds behind and losing time. Even Gasly with a destroyed battery is catching him. There's Colapinto. And there's Hamilton.
5 laps to go.
Understood.
We might be in the conversation for 11th. We're lapping a second and a half quicker than... Wow, actually, we're lapping a second and a half quicker than everybody up to and including George Russell. 2 seconds almost on George Russell.
Rears, start to wear.
Hajar is just about staying ahead of Piastri. Less than a tenth slower that last lap. But I think it's just inevitable, a matter of time as to when we do get blue flagged. We may as well just try and stretch the gap a little if we can.
Mode push.
Yeah.
We're just running out of time to do anything with Lewis, unfortunately. But considering where we were at the start of this stint and how quickly we managed to get through people, I'm amazed how easy it was to get back up into 14th.
Yep.
Max now bottom as Bortoletto has gone through. The ignominy of finishing last at your home circuit when your teammate is winning quite comfortably. He's already a lap down as well. There he is across the line. He's comfortably a lap down on Piastri. And there we go. Here comes the blue flag. Valiant effort to stay on the lead lap. As long as we stay ahead of Stroll, that's the important thing. Antonelli will be on us soon. Hamilton's pace just not good enough, unfortunately. 3 laps to go.
3 laps.
Okay. So 104.9. Bortoletto gets past Schumacher. Next up will be Stroll. And then it's Norris to try and unlap himself. Gasly drops down into 13th place. Sainz and Russell fighting. Perez is lurking as well. Russell drops down to 9th. Will Perez get him? It's going to be a dramatic last couple of laps.
Push.
There goes Checo. Oh, George gets pushed wide. So that's it for George. It's not enough to give Behrman an opportunity.
And there, that certainly looks like a terminal failure. What a shame.
What? What's the terminal failure? I don't like doing this, but I need to see what the hell's going on here. This is ridiculous. Gasly. Yeah, battery's gone. We knew about that. Albon's battery's gone. No, not Albon, sorry. Lawson's battery's gone. We knew about that.
But there. Oh, dear, that's not what they need right now.
Everyone's cars being held together with hopes and dreams. Can Behrman actually catch Russell? Russell's really struggling at the moment. The gas down to 2 seconds and still falling. He might just need an extra lap. He took 2 seconds out of Russell on that last lap. He is less than 2 seconds behind.
And last lap.
Come on, Ollie. Come on, Ollie.
So deployed.
Gasly fighting with Colapinto behind us. Behind Behrman there. I don't think he's close enough. Hadjar crosses the line. He has been lapped, so he is the first one, apart from the race leaders, to take the checker flag. It is a comfortable win again for Oscar in the end.
Today, it's Oscar Piastri.
Looked like it was going to be very difficult for him in the first couple of stints, but the first half of the race. But once he got in the lead, that was it.
A thrilling race. It's a real testament to their skill and the team's engineering.
Behrman is not close enough. He needed one more lap.
Gasly in front.
Hamilton's not going to catch anyone either. He's going to finish in 14th. But we did finally get Isaac back in the top 18. There you see, look, Behrman just needed one more lap. He was going to get the DRS. One more lap, and I think he would have taken that fight, that position. But he's going to miss out on points again.
Okay, and checkered flag.
Oh, poor Ollie. It was looking a slam dunk for points until those last 10, 15 laps. That contact, thanks to Tsunoda's puncture, ruined his chances. And despite having almost a fully upgraded car, our pace was not good.
Wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
A great display of team spirit there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. The man from down under, Oscar Piastri, heads up to our podium.
4 superb wins to their name now this year, and it's been a pleasure watching them drive.
Well, there were mountains to overcome here in Austria, but those 3 managed to climb to the top. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that's it for this weekend here in Austria.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
And it's a sprint as well. So, confirmation of the final results. 3rd win on the bounce for Oscar Piastri, finishing ahead of Antonelli. Ocon rounding out the podium. So, not a bad result for Aston, although that puncture for Tsunoda certainly took a big chunk of points away from them. Leclerc finishing 4th, Norris down into 5th. Good race for Alex Albon, gaining 9 places. He finishes 6th. Lindblad up 10 places to take 7th. Sainz 8th, Perez 9th, rescues a couple of points for Haas after Behrman's misfortune. Russell finishing in 10th, just able to hold off Ollie Behrman at the end there. 12th place for Franco Colapinto. Gasly, despite having no battery for quite a while, still managed to finish 13, up 6 places. Hamilton in 14th, Iwasa 15th, Lawson 16th, again up 6 places, no battery for about half the race, but still managed to gain places there. Tsunoda down 13 places to finish in 17th, getting a puncture and then coming out behind, too far behind to do anything. He couldn't get past Lawson at the very end there. Hadjar 18th place, just getting into the top 18. We might have to start saying top 20 for him now. Bortoletto 9 places dropped, down in 19th. 20th place for Mick Schumacher. Max avoids finishing last, just, and Lance Stroll finishing in 22nd place. And that, I think, puts Piastri top. It does. He moves ahead of Max Verstappen by 1 point. So it's very, very tight at the top there. And Norris has taken another 10 points out of Max as well. So he's now within 19 points of Max, 20 points of Oscar. 20... Carlos on 112 points in 4th. Just the 4 points in today. Antonelli closes the gap by 14. He's now 9 points behind him in 5th place. Then it's Ocon with his podium, gaining 15 points. He's up to 6. He stays in 6th, but pulls out a little bit of a gap over his teammate and Charles Leclerc as well. Leclerc moving up into 7th with his 4th place, jumping over Yuki. Alex Albon overtakes Hamilton, and that's going to drop us down in the constructors as well. Then it is George with 32 points, Gasly with 25, 24 points for Lawson, 23 for Colapinto, 22 points now for Lindblad as he jumps over Isaac, 17 points for Perez, 9 points for Iwasa, 8 for Schumacher, 7 for Bortoletto, 6 for Stroll, and still the wait for points goes on for Ollie Behrman. And that's unfortunate. He doesn't deserve to be all the way down there. He really doesn't. Let's see if the second half of the season is kinder to him. In the constructors' standings, 25 points scored for Red Bull today, 321 points their total. Mercedes close the gap by 3, thanks to a non-points finish for Verstappen. But it's still a very big gap, as you can see, 77 points the gap. Then Ferrari have 173 points. They pick up 16 today, one more than Aston. They're on 143, so it's a 30-point gap. Williams overtake us. They move clear by 8 points. McLaren are on 39, Nissan 33, just 1 point ahead of Maserati on 32. Audi up to 28 points now, just 4 points behind Maserati. And a couple more points for Haas. They're up to 17 now. Let's see how we did in the pit stops. We kept the fastest stop with Lewis. We got the 3rd fastest stop with Isaac as well. Splitting our 2 cars is Antonelli's 1.934 stop for Mercedes. They also get 5th as well. So a good afternoon for Mercedes too. They get some good points. Maserati taking 4th. McLaren 6th and 7th. So a double points finish for them. 14 points earned. Ferrari picking up a few points with Sainz. Arvid Lindblad gets 2 for Audi, and Piastri gets a point for Red Bull. And this could move us close to the top. Well, actually, no, Mercedes is still a long way ahead of us. But we stretch our legs over McLaren a little bit. It's Mercedes top with 231 points. We have 167. So we are 64 points behind them. But we did take 12 points out of them today. And we now have a 27-point gap to McLaren. They're on 140. No points for Aston. They're on 108. Maserati on 99 points as they move past Red Bull, who pick up just the 1 point today. They're on 91 now. Ferrari closing in as well. They're 3 points further back on 88 in 7th. Then a big gap back to Nissan. They have 31 points. Haas with 25. Audi with 20. And BMW Williams still bottom with 10. And just confirming that we have the quickest stop of the season with that 1.888. Nobody else has had a stop in the 1.8s yet. That's awesome news. There it is, the magic stop there for Hamilton, and a very good stop for Isaac as well, just 0.06 of a second slower. Then 2 iffy stops to accompany that. So we can take the bad because we got the good. I'm okay with that. And we got full money from the sponsors for the first time in what feels like an eternity as well. 979,000 a piece for our drivers gives us just under 2 million to add to the bank balance. Let's head back to HQ and start prepping for the sprint at Silverstone. Okay then, let's have a look. We've got something purple in the inbox. That's never normally a good thing. Sporting regulation changes. Okay, let's take a look at our post-race data first. A few rookies going to be retiring at the end of the season, it would seem. So we've lost the front wing and a suspension through part failure, and we've also destroyed a front wing, so we now have 2 sets of wings that we're going to be very low on, because we have no spare rear wings, and we might have a spare suspension. Not sure on that. So Rafa is retiring at the end of this season. Carrie Schreiner also retiring, and so is Pepe Marti. Obviously they're not retiring from racing, they're just retiring from Formula 1, going off to pastures new, see if they can find a seat and a career in a different racing category. What are the regulation votes? Let's see. Take wind tunnel time away from the teams that need it and give it to the teams that don't. No, we're going to vote against that. I mean, we're currently 6th, so that would actually hurt us. Our target is 7th, and it would hurt us if we finish 7th as well. Let's fix the cars if we can. So there we go. One spare front wing. No spare rear wings, no spare side pods yet. And now no spare suspensions. But the cars are fixed. Let's change the powertrains to our practice parts for Silverstone. I'm not going to take the risk on the gearbox. And we may well run a new engine for Silverstone, given the nature of the circuit. I really think we're going to struggle at Silverstone. It's just one of those circuits that is not kind to us at all. Especially with a car in the condition it's in, pace-wise. It's not good at all. So, let's see. We are a little under 2 weeks away. Well, a little over 2 weeks, sorry, from the new suspension being ready. A little under 3 weeks away from the new wings. And in manufacturing, 4 days until we can start building some spare wings. I'm just going to build one rear wing and then build one more front wing, I think. So we'll have a new chassis in 2 days, and then the last one will be available for race day at Silverstone. And we'll have 2 more side pods by the time we go to Silverstone as well. So that's good. Right, 2.6 mil. We've got no slots here. It's time for us to take a look at our facilities. We know that the helipad was at low. It does now need a refurb. It's only 120k, so that's nice and cheap. But we've got almost a perfect storm of these all looking like they're going to fail around the same time. Race Sim is getting closer and closer. 8 mil to upgrade it to maximum level, which would be nice, but it's low on the list of priorities right now. Let's have a look. That's 2.2 mil. And that's 2.5. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Or, sorry, refurb. Actually, how much is an upgrade? 7.5. Might be better to just do a straight upgrade on that and then refurb that. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer. When do we get money from the sponsors? Is it after Silverstone? It is. It's right before we go to Spa. What is this? It's the refurb on the helipad. Something else purple. Let's see if these simulator concerns. Yeah, shut it down. That's going to slow down our parts. Actually, no, it's not going to slow them down, but we're not going to be able to make anything new. we've already done the CFD work on those. But there's no slots to make anything new anyway, so that's not really an issue. Let's see. Car parts. We now have 2 spare underfloors. Good, good, good. Let's make a spare rear wing. Just the one, because we're only a couple of weeks away from new rear wings. I just don't want to have 2 fail at the same time. Low stock on suspensions. How many we got? Any? No. But again, we're only a couple of weeks away from suspensions. Let's have a look. That's a medium risk. We might need another suspension before we get the new ones built. Helipad refurb is done. Good, good, good. Staff survey results. We have positivity from Hamilton, neutral from Isaac. He's been struggling a little bit recently. Mark Slade, positive, neutral for Javi. Positive for Ian Gregg, neutral for Marco Peroni. And for Neil Holdy as well. Some positivity out of our reserves and a couple in the enthusiastic category as well. Let's see the results of the regulation changes as Ian Gregg goes up to a 90 overall. We've got our rear wing, which is I would like to build front wings. A new suspension is slightly more pressing, unfortunately. We need to make sure we've got that in time for Spa in case it fails at Silverstone, which, given it's a sprint weekend, so extra running and in racing conditions, means it's definitely a possibility. Let's see then. What are the results? Oh my god, no. No, no! Damn it! It passes 7-4 against what we wanted. So teams will have less hours if they finish 5th or lower. Sorry, 6th or lower. I think 5th will stay the same. Yeah, 5th will stay the same, but 6th or lower will end up with less time in the wind tunnel and less CFD hours, and the race leaders, you know, the top 4 teams will all gain. Damn it. It's not like these guys need it. We're the ones that need it. You know, all these teams down here. But, dear, oh dear. Alright, 4 days till Silverstone. What's the weather going to be like? It's another glorious weekend, look. We haven't had a proper wet weekend for a while. I wonder if we'll get one at Spa. Chance of rain 29%, Hungary 25%, Monza 15%, Imola 17%. Canada could be a wet one. Austin 14% chance, 0% chance at Vegas, 16% chance at Mexico, 39% chance, so we might well see some wet weather at Sao Paulo, but only a couple of potential wet races in the second half of the season, according to these percentages. That's Canada and Brazil, so that will be interesting. Let's advance time. Something else purple. Ugo has accepted the contract. I can't remember if this was an immediate signing or to sign next season. But Ugo is joining us. This must be next season. It's only costing us 300k for the signing on bonus. And it still showed him with a Mercedes uniform in that shop. So, yeah. He is joining us at the end of the season, ready for next year. Excellent stuff. He will slot in as the second best driver of the bunch behind Jack Doohan, and should hopefully develop very quickly. And there we go. We have our spare side pods. So, let's take a look at the parts situation in the warehouse. We have 1 spare chassis, 1 spare front wing, 1 spare rear wing, 2 spare side pods, 2 spare underfloors, no spare suspension going into this Grand Prix, but we will have a spare suspension, assuming that we don't break one in this next Grand Prix. We'll have one in time for Spa, or at least we should do. Check the calendar just to confirm. And yes, there we go. It'll be done there. Same as our underfloor research. And then our wings will be complete here. And that's our mid-season break as well. So we'll have plenty of time to get those on the car in time with both the new suspension and the new wings in time for the resumption of the season at Hungary after the mid-season break. How bad was the CFD sim? No signs of structural damage. Okay, so we shut it down for 9 days for no real benefit, and although we weren't going to use it in those 9 days, so that's not too bad, but it did cost us 90k. Had there been a problem, though, it would have cost us a lot more time and a lot more money to fix it, though. So at least we've got that out of the way. So there we go. That is the end of tonight's race, the end of tonight's stream. There are the current standings. Oscar leads the championship by 1 point from Max as we reach the halfway point. 10 rounds down, 10 to go, but only a few sprints left in this season as well. And Lando isn't too far behind as well. He's just 20 points away from Oscar. Could we potentially see him sneaking up if Oscar and Max start taking points off each other? Max needs a good result in the next race to keep himself in touch, because Oscar is hitting a really good stride at the moment. He has won the last 3 Grand Prix in a row. Max didn't even make the top 20 today. Then it's a big gap back to where we are. We're not even in the top 7 anymore. We are here now. We're just hanging on in the top 10, and we're down to 6th in the constructors standings as Williams have finally got past us. Red Bull still pretty comfortable at the top of the constructors standings, but Mercedes trying to close the gap. They got 3 points out of them today. Might be able to continue to push. Antonelli's certainly been having a decent season so far. He's on 103 points. And Norris has been having a pretty good season as well. So you never know. You never know. It will be very interesting to see what happens at Silverstone and just how far off the pace we're going to be. I think we are going to struggle to hit the top 18 at all with Hadjar, unless there's some kind of safety car situation or retirements to help us out. So we're going to probably say top 20 for Isaac, just to try and keep some money coming in. Hamilton should make the top 18, but how much further into that top 18 he goes, I don't know, and it probably won't be very far. I think we could be looking at 16th as a best position at Silverstone. It's a power circuit. It's a circuit that needs really good downforce through the fast corners. We don't have the speed and we don't have the downforce. So this could be a very painful weekend for us, but we'll see how we do. That'll be tomorrow's race. We'll be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, then a thumbs up is always much appreciated. If you're not yet subscribed, why not consider hitting that subscribe button? Be sure to hit the bell for notifications as well, and I will see you all with some more F1 Manager very soon.